Yeah, g'day guys. So today we're going to be looking at hooking up a trailer to your car. So this one's, because it's a bit heavier, and I've got batteries on board as well. There's a couple of little different things, but basically it's the same as any other trailer. You're looking at hooking onto your hitch, whether you've got a ball, a Mc hitch. They're all different styles, all basically the same thing. And then you got your safety chain or chains, 2 on this one because it's heavy enough, and your jockey wheel. So they're all basically the same, but this one has a few extra ones, so we'll hook him up, eh? So I've already lined up the car, so you didn't have to watch someone doing that. Just hold the lever up on the ball, go straight down, make sure it goes back into place when it's actually down and seated properly. Now, what I like, this one has 2 holes that line up, and I'll put a safety pin in there, so that if something happens while you drive along, that's the secondary safety. Now this one, there's a couple of different adjustment settings, and they lock into place when they're all the way up. But because the A-frame's so short on this one, I need to have it all the way down when I fold it out of the way. There you go. That's done. Ball's on, safety chain's on. Now they have to be crossed over, so your left has to hook onto the right side of your car, and the right has to hook onto the left side of your car. Put your trailer lock plug in, and mine, I've got Anderson plug. I'll charge the batteries in the trailer while I'm driving along. You got breakaway here. I'll put it into a separate spot again. So that if something happens to one of your hooks or your tow bar, it's still attached to somewhere else solid on your car. Alright, now it's hooked up, brakes off. Don't forget them because they will burn out your brakes and they can catch fire. So, I'll get a shifter and undo that D-shackle and throw that breakaway on, and then we'll go through the next few steps. Alright, so I managed to get that breakaway lanyard put on. The next step is going through checking that everything's working, so like your lights. So I've already got the park lights on. We'll go along, we'll have a bit of a look around the outside, and I've got the right hand indicator going at the moment, so let's come around the back here, get down a bit flatter so you can see these ones. You can see the right hand indicators going there. We'll just run up here and put the left on. As you can tell, it's a bit easier if you had someone there to help you. While you walk around, you check all the lights. There's a light there, reflectors, and another light there. So left indicator. Yeah, that one's working too. There we go. And check the reflectors, none on the side. Another one. Another few along here. Park light at the front. Up there. So now that we know that all the lights are working and it's all hooked up properly, just make sure, doing a double check, always double triple check everything when I've hooked up. So I'll show you this pin here that I'll put through just as a safety. Make sure everything's tight, check all the doors and latches, make sure everything's closed properly, good walk around, and look underneath where you're going to. So you can have a look for anything that might be loose, hanging down, might get caught up, a bit of a safety issue, could start a fire, leak your water everywhere. So make sure everything's locked in, awning's locked in, back shower and everything is all locked down as well. Caps on, like our water supplies here, all the caps are on, all the doors are closed. Again, having a look underneath, making sure that there's nothing hanging down. So, all looks pretty good. Alright, so as I mentioned earlier, because my caravan's that heavy, it's actually got electric brakes on it. So, if you're going to be towing something that has electric brakes on it, you should make yourself familiar with it before you actually start towing. How to operate the brakes, how to adjust them for the different weight range that you're carrying. So there's different ones. Mine is actually integrated in the car, it came with it, and it's a slide. It goes, or you get a red arc, and it's just a push button. So there's different types and different ways to use them, but I'll give you a quick look on mine. So that's a slide there. You can adjust how much you put on there, and you can also adjust the weight, the trailer brake gain up and down there. So I usually start on about 7, and so we start the car. We turn it all the way up. I turn it up to 10. Let the park brake off. Put it into drive. First, manual, and I hold the brake controller and see if the car will pull away with the brakes on. So just give it a quick test before you go anywhere with it, and make sure that the trailer's hooked up and it's working properly.